You know how everyone has a dream Pokemon card? Well, mine is this Pikachu promo by Mitsuhiro Arita. It was released in Japan in 2021 through a special collab with Japan Post. The box celebrated two things Japan treasures: its tradition of stamps and its long history of fine art. Put together, it became a product that honored the past while tying it to something modern and beloved: Pokémon. Arita even based the artwork on a famous painting, Beauty Looking Back, from the Edo period by Hishikawa Morinobu, one of the most iconic works in Japanese art. The same set also included a Cramorant card, inspired by Wild Geese Flying Under the Full Moon by Utagawa Hiroshige. If you place them side by side, you'll see Cramorant sliding seamlessly into the original composition, replacing the geese against the moonlit sky. And this wasn't the first time Pokemon met fine art. In 2018, during the Munch the Scream exhibit in Tokyo, we got the famous promos of Pikachu, Psyduck, Mimikyu, Rowlet, and Eevee, all screaming in the same terrified pose. Some of the most striking cards ever printed. Then in 2023, the collaboration went global. Pokemon worked with the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, and the star of the show was Pikachu with a gray felt hat, based on Van Gogh's self-portrait. That single card caused chaos. Scalpers stormed the museum shop, stock vanished instantly, and Pokemon had to re-release it online. And here's where my brain made the jump. When a Van Gogh sells for tens of millions, it's called culture. But when Pokemon promos tied to those same artists sell for 5 figures and cause stampedes, are we really that far off? That's when I thought, if Pokemon cards are being treated like fine art, could they also be used like fine art? Specifically, as a tax loophole. Here's the basic play. You buy a painting for $10,000. A few years later, it's worth $100,000. If you sell, you owe tax on the $90,000 gain. But if you donate it to a museum that actually uses it, you can deduct the full $100,000. That deduction lowers your taxable income and saves you tens of thousands. That's the loophole. Instead of paying tax on a sale, you donate, and the deduction wipes out other income. And Pokemon cards, they're in the same legal bucket. Collectibles, just like paintings, antiques, or rare stamps. Which means, at least on paper, the same rules apply. But here's the catch. The related use rule says the museum has to actually use your card. If they display your Illustrator Pikachu, great. If they just sell it, your deduction shrinks back down to what you paid. And if they sell within 3 years, the IRS can even claw back your deduction. Then comes the paperwork. Over $5,000? You need a qualified appraisal. And appraisals aren't cheap. They cost hundreds, sometimes thousands. So yes, the path exists, but it's a maze of rules, paperwork, appraisals, and risk. On paper, it looks like a loophole. In practice, it's a complicated game of fine print.